Do you regret your past? I don't know if you think back at some things that you must have done in the past and then you regret them. And sometimes you just sit down. It will take a few minutes, sometimes hours. You just sit down and be thinking, so that girl when I go, I just for my rep when I go follow that girl talk. I know say I tell myself say I no go follow that girl talk that time. I been talk and say I no go follow that girl talk, but I just man manage, man go follow and talk. Now see, get come treat me somehow. That time when I do that thing, I for just remain. To say I remain for that thing, for that business that time, she probably don't make some kind of money right now. I just get impatient that time. Oh, I for not go that place at all. Why even go that place? That's not waste my time. We do a lot of these kind of talks and it will take a long period of time you worrying about your past and how much fuck ups you must have gotten in the past and how much people they reason you now. Because I know sometimes I usually reason like that too. I just sit down and start thinking about fuck ups so I don't fuck up in the past and the ways this fuck up can affect me right now. I think about things I could have done better and how my life could have been right now from if I did those things better. But then I was just like reasoning the whole thing. I was like, man, really, yeah, you're going to be doing this yourself. Like, I know that whenever you start thinking that thought, or when you start having that feeling of anxiousness for the future, that feeling of I don't fuck up before, you're thinking of how people are reasoning you from your fuck up. You spend like hours, you spend a lot of your time like in a frozen state, in that state, thinking about all of this unimportant rubbish. So then I said, okay, I was going to prepare this video. I was going to prepare 4 points as to why you should not give a fuck about your past. You should never regret your past. In fact, your past it doesn't even exist. So I thought of 4 points and I felt I should share them with you today because I know that a lot of people also are like me. We think a lot, so we go back to start analyzing ourselves. We analyze ourselves, where we don't place ourselves. How are people reasoning us now after this and what I don't do? All of those kind of things. I know many of us are like that, so let's get to it. I'll be back. So let me go and get my book where I wrote it. Now it's not here, so when I come back, we'll talk more. Hi. So it's Bissong here. It's your guy from Rising. Let's talk about regrets and why you should not regret your past. First, there are people with worse past than you. I see a lot of people with worse past. Like people have lived like very, very bad past. They have done a lot of crazy stuff and they are still alive and they are living their life. And I'm like, really? If this person can have the courage to still be alive right now, like, what the fuck? What am I stressing about? A few failed businesses, some uncompleted stuff, some kind steps when I take in the past when I'm not supposed to do. Then what else? I check it, my past is actually like better than many some people's past, You have some people with very, very stupid past. Some people have their own nudes and sex tapes online forever. Like everybody's gonna keep on watching us. Look at Tiwa Savage issue. Kim Kardashian. They say recently her son brought a sex tape that he saw online to her to come and show her. That he saw a guy fucking her. It's so funny. And she came online and started crying. I was like, oh really? The whole thing around this is just very plain and clear and straightforward. People have worse past than you. I try to look at some people's past and I'm like, man, this is your past and you are fucking alive. People have done some very, very crazy shit. People have literally been fraudsters, have done crazy stuff. Everyone knows them, that these people are of bad reputation and they are alive. They're even enjoying their lives. That's the funny thing. It's like they don't even fucking care, And I think one of the reasons why they don't care is because people forget easily. And that's the second point. People forget easily. You see, it's not long when they started telling us that monkeys swallowed money, snake swallow money. That kind of talk that we don't forget that talk. I'm not saying nobody they talk again. The time they brought up the case, it was Savage this thing, sex tape there online. Everybody was running everywhere. Everybody was talking. Different they talk this one. No one is talking about it anymore. I saw Bobrisky's old photos, and everyone is talking about Bobrisky looking like a doll and everything. Bobrisky's old photos, I was like, when he started this is doll thing. Very, very ugly looking thing. But you see, the thing is that people really do forget. People forget that ever was an episode in his life. And personally, I kind of respect Bobrisky for one thing. Or people like Bobrisky, I respect them because of their ability to not care about what you are thinking right now. They don't send your papa at all. Bobrisky might be doing some things I don't really agree with, because I feel like, what kind of stupid life is that? Like having to, be the kind of person he is. I just feel it's a very poor personality I don't know. That's what I feel anyway. But one thing I like and I respect about him is the very fact that I saw one of his posts just yesterday, and it was like talking about, yes, some people do not like him or some people might hate him, but he doesn't give a fuck. And he said he might not even give a fuck even after he's dead. Like, he said, I might not give a fuck if I die. Like, that's some king shit. Let me not lie. Because for you to be able to withstand people's criticisms, people's views about you, and you holding on to your own view of life and keeping on to it straight and strong, man, that's some serious resilience. I don't think many people have that kind of fortitude or resilience. Even people that are doing good things. Then you check it out. Say people are doing crazy stuff, stupid stuff. Things that you might find to not really be worth a person's entire life, and people are based their entire life on this kind of stupid stuff. But you're going to be bitching about your small mistakes. Like, seriously, what failure did you even possibly encounter? Like, people have encountered like very, very massive failures, like very, very massive scandals, like very massive reputation, smears. Those guys are still fucking riding. And then I wonder, man, people forget so easily. There's this girl now that she's not light skinned. I knew when she was very dark skinned, but now she's light skinned and everybody calls her light skinned girl. And when they're talking about light skinned girl, she's there promoting skincare products and all this kind of stuff. And I'm sure that even doing an anti-bleaching campaign, she will come and say no to bleaching, but we know her past. But the truth is that she doesn't really care about if you know her past. You can have all the pictures of her from when she was dark. I had a friend like that. She deleted all her dark pictures on Instagram now. All the pictures there is light skinned girl, and every guy meeting her now will be wondering why by the time she takes off her clothes, that part is still very, very black, but everywhere is light. Madam, how come this part is blacker than other parts, But she's a light skinned girl now. And really, let me not lie, her past really doesn't matter, And I think the third thing is that you get to see that most people cannot say it to your face. And that's the third reason why I feel like your past doesn't matter. Most people cannot say it to your face. What do you really have to say about me? Can you say it to my face? Person when been go seminary before. Now so sex talk in the talk. A girl matter, woman matter in the talk. Person when supposed to be father before. In fact, I liked him when he was a seminarian. He was looking very old. I didn't even know it was not even in his body. I've heard those kind of talks before about me. And the funny thing is that these same people that talk about this, when they come to my front, they're all cool and everything and trying to be you are not even brave enough to dislike me in person. Man, fuck you then. Like, you're not even brave enough to bring your smelly talk to my face. Then, if you cannot hear, just like some insulting you in Chinese and you don't understand Chinese, I don't fucking know what you're saying, so how will I feel hurt by that? That's what I always feel when people cannot come straight up and tell you how they feel about you. Man, those people can really go and put a finger in their ass fucking themselves. You see, even those that even have the mind, that maybe they don't go chop plenty courage, they don't do plenty press up, they cannot come and meet you and say, okay, it's time to talk to you. You find that whatever they say really doesn't matter, because they usually don't come with solutions. So when the person comes to me and tells me this, I'm like, okay, did you come with solutions right now? And usually this is silence. They didn't come with solutions, they only came to mention problems that you're aware of. So really, anybody that is really going to be bitching about your past has no life of their own, and that's really crazy. And the most important reason why you should never regret your past or spend even the slightest minute thinking about your past is because you have no control over the past. Okay, now see, the thing is that your past doesn't exist, because yesterday was a today, tomorrow is another today. So by tomorrow we're going to be talking about today. So at the end of the day, there's only one thing that matters to you, and that is today. Just like I can't remember who said this exactly, one of these motivational speakers, and I really fucked with it a lot. He says that you cannot greet a person good tomorrow. It doesn't make any sense. Good tomorrow, you can only greet the person good morning, good afternoon. You can only give the person a greeting of the moment they are. It means that the only thing that really matters is our now and our present. And you see that by the time you start worrying about the past, you are thinking about the past that you have no control over. You're being so anxious about the future that you have no control over. You find out that you, at that moment, you relinquish control over the only thing you have control over, and that is your now, your present. You spend time thinking about past and future, and the only thing you can actually do something about, which is the now, you don't get to do anything about it because you are usually paralyzed by thinking. And that's the thing about these harmful thoughts about regret of your past and being anxious about your future. You're thinking, where am I going to? How is my future going to? All of those things, you're experiencing all of those things, and you're experiencing them as a passive observer. You cannot do anything about them. Right now is the only thing you can do something about, and you want to be passive about that too? No. So I told myself I'm going to stop regretting, and it's really going to be one day at a time, setting up my goals for the month. I say, okay, these are the things I'm going to be doing this month, and no other thing. And I also tell myself that each day I'm going to say, okay, today, even if this is set for the month, if right now today it is impossible to do, then I'm going to do what is possible to do right now. So there's really no need to bitch about anything. You could die tomorrow, man, or today, because there's really no tomorrow. So the thing is, there's really no need to regret your past. You can only focus on the now, and the now is what defines the future, really. So if you care about anything, you care about yourself so much that you can spend hours thinking about mistakes you have made in the past and how you're going to move on in the future, then maybe you should create out enough time to work on your now, which is the only thing that you have power over. So that's what's up. I usually talk about this kind of topics from time to time, and this one that is very important to me. I want you to really, take something from this video, and that's nothing really does matter than you fucking now. Yeah, so that's what's up. Stay wise and